Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Prince George here. Hope you're all having a great Victoria Day long weekend. And for those of you who aren't at work, I hope you're really enjoying yourselves. Those who are at work, I hope you're also enjoying yourselves. I'm not actually supposed to be here doing this today, but I've got some time. So I figured I'd bring you another brief video overview of the redesigned 2022 Subaru WRX. Now, this is in the solar orange. This only comes in the fully loaded Sport Tech trim level. So this one happens to be the manual transmission. We do have some autos on the way, but this is a full load manual transmission. Redesigned this year, new body. My favorite part, I really like the angles on the hood. Kind of hard to see direct in the sun, but I find that this area, big, broad shoulders. I really also like that new hood scoop. I like it. It looks a little bit more refined to me. It's all personal preference. I like it. And that's powered by the 2.4 liter turbocharged boxer engine. So new engine for the WRX. They've had it in the Ascent, the Legacy, and the Outback for a while. This is producing 271 horsepower. So decent amount of power. Everything that you would expect out of a Subaru Boxer. Easy to access oil filters. Pretty much everything the average consumer is going to touch is in yellow. So coolant, washer fluid, oil, brake fluid, dipstick. So easy, color coded. That new front bumper, the lower valence with the fog lights in them. The headlights are actually a little bit smaller than the previous gen, but they're steering responsive. They throw just as much light. I really like it. I like the orange. We've got the cladding. Some people aren't a huge fan of it. It's functional. You typically get rock chips in this area, and functional vents for airflow, brake cooling. Also from a distance, with the black cladding at the bottom, it looks like it's sitting slightly higher than it actually is, so gives slightly more of a rally car vibe in my opinion. You can really see that rear fender line. I really like that. To me, it looks sharp. Back bumper. Now this is probably the most controversial part of the car. Lots of people aren't huge fans of the look. I don't mind it. I know why they did it. It's functional. Again, we have another functional vent there. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick up the painted orange area on the inside there, but there is actually a functional vent there. Now in the back, it's a slightly larger trunk than the previous gen, and by slightly larger, I mean half a liter larger, more storage. The overall footprint's very, very similar. You just end up with half a liter more storage. Underneath the false floor, spare tire tools, spare tire underneath the tray. Yeah. And all the Sport Techs and the Sports come with this little lip spoiler, and I'm sure someone's eventually gonna replace that with a huge duckbill. Maybe not on this particular car, but the aftermarket will be huge in support of these. So it rides on the new Subaru Global platform, rides better than the previous gen, more body rigidity, less body roll in corners. And I left the audio on, so I'm actually gonna turn that off before I stick my head in there. But audio controls on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. In the second row, lots of room for passengers, even taller people fit. There's good headroom. Now, this is the Ultra Suede with leather bolstering. That is the only seating material you get in the Sport Tech. So it's this gray-black Ultra Suede, really, really comfortable. And then you have the leather bolstering. If there's only one or two passengers in the back, you get a leather armrest with cup holders. The outer two seats are heated, high and low. 2 USB ports for all your charging needs. Keep everyone connected on those longer trips. Tilt and slide sunroof. On the inside, power windows, locks, mirrors, as you'd expect. You get the black leather with the red contrast stitching on the arm. Black and red has kind of always been an interior accent color for Subaru. Continues that same seating material, the Ultra Suede. Now this has some nice bolstering. It's not super aggressive, not super hard, but it's enough to hold you in the corners really, really well when cornering tightly. WRX embossed on both front headrests, or I guess embroidered is the correct term. Down here, Harman Kardon audio system, awesome audio system. Bottom left here, ability to open the trunk, traction control, and brightness for the gauges. I don't know if you can see, yeah, it does make a difference right now. Yeah. Then we have our D-shaped steering wheel. Now this is tilt as well as telescopic. So you can push it in, pull it out, move it up and down depending how you like to sit. Little faux carbon fiber accent, fiber accent. They've changed the vent styles in the WRX. I like them, that fits the theme really, really well. Easy to use, you twist it to shut it, and then of course you have your regular range of motion. Left-hand side, like I mentioned before, audio controls. You've got your Bluetooth controls. You can accept and decline phone calls, switch between your AM and your FM satellite radio. Right-hand side has our cruise. We've got our headlights, turn signals, all that. You can't accidentally leave your headlights turned off. It defaults to auto. Then the turn signals are kind of weird. It's different for sure. Something to get used to. I did do a video earlier in the month about this, so maybe check that out if you're curious what I'm talking about there. Wipers on the right, 11.6 inches of touchscreen goodness. They've broken it into 3 portions. Top portion here, you've got what you're listening to, a blank one that'll put navigation directions up there, gauges, which I'm a huge fan of this. You can change those widgets around should you like. And then you have weather. That's part of the satellite radio trial that you get for 3 months. I like looking at that one myself. We've got our home screen. So this little Monopoly house, that's the home screen button. Got nav, no subscription for this. This is with the vehicle for life. You get a one free update within the first 3 years of ownership. There is a website to do that at. I will actually put that website link in the description below. So yeah, easy to use, really user-friendly. Apps, you've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Of course, they're grayed out because we don't have a device plugged in. You have the My Subaru app. You can book service appointments, call for roadside, call for help. That's kind of the main portion, and then you have settings, car info, that stuff. And then below here, wow, this glare is just insane. I'm actually gonna move forward here to see if I can get out of the sun. So we end up with a little less of that. There we go. A little bit less, that's better. Bottom portion here, climate controls. Now it is dual zone, driver, passenger side. You have the physical buttons, and you can have, of course, 2 separate temperatures, or press, brings it up. Fan strength, easy to sync it to just driver controlled. This is also where you turn on your heated seats. And it's too warm for that, but you can put it on the passenger, easy enough. And that will actually just disappear on its own. You don't actually have to press the X. So if you make any adjustments while driving, you just leave it alone and it defaults back to whatever screen you have set there. Below that, we have a little phone storage cubby. This is rubberized, 2 USBs, charging, set up for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It is a wired connection for those. We've got an aux cord, 12-volt outlet for any charging needs you may have. 6-speed manual transmission. For reverse in the Subarus, collar, and goes back. There's the backup camera. It does show you the top of the bumper there, so you have something to relate to. Really easy to use. But yeah, this is a super short shift. And you can get an STI short throw shifter for this. You can make it even shorter should you want to, which is kind of crazy now that you think about when you think about it like that, because that's short. Change tray, we have cup holders. We'll look out that regular size sunroof. And then my favorite feature ever, auto dimming rear view mirror. There's no switch to flick. If someone has their high beams on behind you, it automatically dims. It's my favorite feature ever in any vehicle. And then up top here, we have our connected services buttons. So most new Subarus come with a 3-year trial of the connected services. SOS, exactly what it sounds for, like gets you help. Blue is for roadside or concierge service. So we need roadside. You can press the button, or you can call the phone number. And then in the owner's manuals, there is also a roadside assistance card number with the phone numbers you need. So that is a brief overview of the 2022 Subaru WRX Sport Tech in the Solar Orange Pearl. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. If you guys liked the video, please consider liking, subscribing. If you have any questions about this car or any cars in the Subaru lineup, please put them below. I do try to answer all of the questions and get back to all of those who leave comments. Enjoy your long weekend. I'll see you guys soon.